Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So we're back at the board with Ant-Man and Ultron. Our first matchup against Ultron we lost, and Ultron is one of the harder villains out of the out of the core set. So we've got the pre-con deck, which is Ant-Man, right out of the box. So we're taking up against just standard Ultron. So we're going to see how that goes. Let's make sure we've got everything set up right here. So we've got the Crimson Cowl out there, and that says we have Claw's mysterious red-hooded employer is really the genocidal android Ultron. So we've got Ultron 1 and 2, standard encounter set, and we've got under attack in there. Okay, put the Ultron Jones environment into play, which I have right here. And shuffle the encounter deck, advance to 1B. And then we have here, when revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play, face down, engaged with them as a drone minion. All right, so we're going to start off with the drone minion in play. So our top card is going to go here. It's going to be a drone. Look at our drone environment. It says drone minions have scheme 1, attack 1, hit points 1. And let's see here. If it's defeated, it goes back to my discard pile. All right, other things we need to take a look at is Ultron. Remember what Ultron 1's ability is. Number 1, he's got 17 hit points, and then after Ultron attacks you, I can either put a threat on the main scheme or the top card of my deck goes into play as a minion. All right. So I think we're ready to go. Scott Lang. He doesn't do anything all that special other than when I flip forms. In this form, I would heal when I go to this form. I've got hand size 6 and hit points of 12. I got my 12 hit points out there. I need my hand size of 6. So let's see our 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. 6 cards. Let's see if we want to keep any or all of them. So we've got Ronin. Ooh. We have Ant-Man's helmet. Ooh. Team building exercise. Call for aid. Giant stomp. And a reinforced suit. So I would really like to do a Ronin and a reinforced suit. I think that would be a great way to start out. The helmet would be really nice also because, that might be a better way to start out. Might have to let Ronin go. So if I do 3 for the helmet, then I go tiny, I get to draw a card. So what I'm looking at is, let's see, I could do the armor and tech. So I have a team building exercise, and I keep thinking I want to play team building exercise, but a card from your hand that shows a trait of the hero, reducing its resource cost by 1. I can make my cards easier, but cheaper, but I never seem to run across that. And that's not going to help me playing my Ant-Man helmet. What I do think I'm going to do is I am going to get rid of these 4 cards, and we're going to draw 4 cards and see if we can draw into a double resource. So this is going to be a prep for the future round, and it might just work into that. What do you know? I think so. I think it's gonna work out like I wanted it to. It's not how I normally play, but I think it's gonna work out the way that I wanted it to. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to, let's see, I can't get that out there for cheaper. So we're gonna flip on over to, we go big size or large size? Big size. I think we're going to go big size. So we're going to go from Scott Lang. We're going to go into giant Ant-Man form. Big form. So when we go big, we get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do 1 damage to an enemy. We're going to take out this drone. So there's our 1 damage. Drone gone. We get a reinforced suit back. All right. Now, the downside to this is we can play Ant-Man's helmet, but it's not going to do me a lot of good. I wanted to get that drone out of there. I could have gone tiny first, then played the helmet and drawn a card. Actually, it's too late because I already saw what the card was. I've gone beyond where I should, so let's do 2, and we'll get our team building exercise out there. Then we're going to spend 3, and we're going to get our helmet out. Now, usually I don't prep like this, so we'll see how this goes. It's not my normal play style, but let's see what happens. All right. We're going to have Ant-Man attack for 3, so we're going to knock Ultron from 17 down to 14. All right, and we're done. And we are going to take our counter off here. We're going to go up to hand size of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a nice hand. I like Wasp. I like getting Pyms Particles. Wasp is great when she comes into play. 2 damage if I'm a giant. Remove 2 threat if I'm tiny. Awesome. Get to play Pyms Particles, which if I'm in giant, I get to heal. There's all sorts of nice things going on there. Oh, if I could hold... Ooh. Let's see here. Wasp is an Avenger, so I can use my team building exercise to help pay for Wasp, which could leave me open to do a swarm tactics. Okay, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves because things tend to go wrong on the villain's turn. So let's go through the villain's turn first. So we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme because we got the little 1 arrow there. This one maxes out at 3. All right, we've got Ultron is going to look at Ant-Man. He's going to come attack Ant-Man. So when he does that, I'm just going to take it. So he's hitting for 2, and I'm going to take 2. All right, the next thing that's going to happen is, as a forced response, he's going to generate a drone. And the drone's going to attack for 1. Okay, so we've taken 3. And next up, we need an encounter card. So let's see what our encounter card says. I guess I have the option. I could make that a threat instead of having a drone come out. Let's do that instead. Instead of a drone, so we don't take that damage, we can either place 1 threat or put the top card. Let's do threat. So we're going to move it up to 2 threat. All right. And we're going to do our encounter card. Encounter card is Under Fire, Surge. When revealed, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. So I'm going to get 2 cards. Actually, this is an Expert Ultron card, and we're playing Standard, so that needs to go away. I have Expert cards in here, so I messed up. Let me find my Expert cards and kick them out real fast. Because I should not be playing Expert. And we will shuffle and continue. So I guess the thing to note is I have the custom Ultron design hacker made some cards specifically for Ultron, which are pretty cool. So I've replaced my standard and my expert cards with the ones that have artwork that are just Ultron specific. So that's kind of neat. Anyway, let me get those out of there. We're going to get back on track. Back on track. All right, so we need an encounter card. That's what we're doing. Encounter card is not an expert card. It's Android Efficiency. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play, face down, engaged with them as a drone minion. All right, so I stopped the drone minion before, but another one's going to come out. Okay, so that is the end of the villain's turn, and we're over to the hero turn. All right, so what I'm looking at here is I'm Ant-Man. I can bring Wasp into play, and she would deal 2 damage. I think we're going to do that. So we're going to use Hive Mind, Pyms Particles, and we share a trait with Wasp, so we can use Team Building Exercise, I believe. Exhaust Team Building Exercise, play a card from your hand that shares a trait with the hero, reducing its resource cost by 1. Ant-Man is an Avenger, and we have Wasp is an Aerial Avenger. So we're going to bring her into play. And when she comes into play, after Wasp enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy if you're in giant hero form. So we're going to do 2 damage. We're going to go ahead and do that to Ultron. All right. We had to spend Hive Mind and Pyms Particles, and when we spend Pyms Particles, after you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you're in giant hero form. So I'm going to heal up all the way. Nice. Okay. Now, let's see here. How do we want to handle this? I think the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and exhaust Wasp to attack Ultron for 2. And when she does that, she takes the consequential damage. All right, we are going to change form to tiny form. So we're going to go from big form into tiny little Ant-Man. So here's tiny Ant-Man, has puny pest, After you change this form, remove one threat from a scheme. So we're going to go puny pest side. We're going to take a threat off of the scheme. And then we have Ant-Man's helmet, which says, after you change to tiny hero form, draw a card. All right, so we're going to draw a card. Oh, wow. Now we can, let's see here, change to your other hero form. I'm looking at Swarm Tactics, and Swarm Tactics says, change to your other hero form, ready your hero. So I could flip over, so then I might as well do something as Ant-Man here. I think we will go ahead and, do we want to thwart or do we want to attack? I think we will go ahead and attack for one and take out this drone. All right, and then we are going to use resize to play Swarm Tactics, and that says change to your other hero form and ready your hero. So I'm going to go from small to large, and my ready is going to go away. So boom, back to large. When I go large, I deal a damage to an enemy. So we're going to knock Ultron down to 9. All right. When I go large form, I heal 2 damage, but there's nothing to heal. And I can exhaust and attack for 3. So I'm going to knock him down to 6. From 9 down to 6. All right. There we go. I'm fully healed. We got Wasp in play. I did a whole bunch of helmet stuff. And we're done. So I'm going to get rid of my counters. I'm going to draw up to 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, looks like I want to bring a big Ant-Man into play. All right. Villain's turn. We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. Ultron is going to look to attack. We're going to take this attack. He's attacking for 2. He's going to get a boost card. Which I think, did I forget to get a boost card last time? I think I did forget to get a boost card. He's going to get a boost of 1, so he's going to hit me for 3. Did I? Oh, I didn't boost last time. All right, so I'm going to take 3 from that. Well, so I didn't boost, but also I got an extra heal that I didn't use, so we'll call that good. I don't think that would affect the game a whole lot. Could have been something bad. I don't know. We're going to keep playing. So obviously I missed something already. We'll keep track of that. All right. Ultron attacked me. I took 3. I'm not going to put a threat on the main scheme instead. I'm going to bring a drone into play. The drone's going to attack me for 1. So now I've taken 4. Next up is an encounter card. Encounter card is Advanced Ultron Drone. Ooh, he's got 4 and guard. Luckily, he doesn't have tough. All right, so that is the end of the villain's turn, and we're over to the hero turn. All right, so what are we doing hero-wise? We got a Moxie, Pyms Particles, and Ant-Man. I think we're going to bring Ant-Man into play. If we use a Pyms Particles in this form, we're going to heal 2. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring Ant-Man into play. So it says Ant-Man gets +1 hit point for each Pym counter on him. When Ant-Man enters play, place 4 Pym counters on him, or place a Pym counter on him for each resource. Blah, blah. When Ant-Man enters play, place 1 Pym counter on him to a maximum of 4 for each resource you overpaid for Ant-Man's cost. So his cost was 0, I paid 4, so he's going to have 4 Pym counters on him. All right, 4 Pym counters. All righty. What are we doing next? So our problem is we've got this Advanced Ultron drone out there which has guard. We have the Crimson Cowl, which unfortunately has 2 threat on it. So how do we want to handle all of this? So I think we will attack with Ant-Man, which in the end is going to do him a damage, but he's going to do 2 to the Advanced Ultron drone. All right, I think we attack with Wasp, or do we thwart with Wasp? I think we attack with Wasp. So we're going to attack with Wasp again. And she's going to take out the Advanced Ultron drone. Okay, when the Advanced Ultron drone leaves play, a little drone comes into play. All right, we're going to change from Ant-Man into Tiny Ant-Man. We're going to go small. When we do that, we take a threat off of a scheme. And because we have the helmet, oh, I shared a trait with him. I should have used my team building exercise. I forgot. Okay. When we do that, we get to draw a card because we went small. Ooh, we got wrist gauntlets. Problem is it's an item in a tech, so I can't use my team building exercise to help pay for that. I could have, had I been smart and used it to pay for Ant-Man, I would have had the extra resource sitting around to pay for. Oh, actually, I wonder how that would work because team building exercise says reduce the resource cost by 1 and the cost is 0. So I probably couldn't use team building exercise to make Ant-Man cost -1. I don't think that would work. I can't reduce it beyond 0. So I probably couldn't have used that to play Ant-Man anyway. All right, where are we at here? So we got one threat off of there. We have little Ant-Man. So little Ant-Man can either remove the rest of the threat or we could get rid of one of the drones. I think the smarter thing is going to be to get rid of one of the drones. All right, so we're done at that point in time, I think. There's nothing else I can do. We're going to pick our stuff back up. And we're going to draw up to a hand size of 5 as little Ant-Man. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, ooh, giant man. Oh, there's our army of ants. That's what I was looking for. Those will help us take care of those drones, ideally. Okay, villain's turn. We put one threat on the main scheme. Ultron's going to attack for 2. He's going to get a boost card. He's going to boost Rage of Ultron, so he's going to boost for 2. So he's going to hit me for 4. Ooh, I'm down to 8 damage. 2, 8. And I'm going to take a drone, and we're going to have another drone comes into play. And then both these drones are going to attack, and I'm going to take both of those drones, so we're at 10. I'm living on the edge there. There's a card that could do bad things to me, but we're going to hope that we don't draw that card. So we're going to draw an encounter card, and our encounter card is Assault. The villain attacks me. All right, so villain's coming at me. I think Wasp is going to step in front of this villain attack. All right, so Wasp's going to step up. Ultron's attacking. That means another drone is going to come into play after this, but he's going to do 2. He's going to do 1 damage to each character I control. Oh no! That means he is going to defeat me, because what's going to happen is that 1 damage. Oh, this is where I got messed up last time. So the concussive blast is actually going to take out Wasp because we resolve the boost effects. This is great. Well, this is kind of timely because I think last game we messed this up. So concussive blast is going to go off and it's going to do 1 damage to each character I control. That's going to be the 3 that's necessary to take out Wasp. That's going to be 1 to Ant-Man and 1 to myself. All right. The next thing that's going to happen is now we look to see the status of that block. And because Wasp is gone, that becomes unblocked. So now he does 2 damage straight to me that there's nothing that I can do. I can't do anything about it. So I'm going to take 2. And that's going to take me down, or take me up to 13. So Ant-Man is defeated at that point in time. Oh! All right. That's frustrating. It looked like I was doing great, and I had my army of ants into play, and I was worried about I didn't think about the concussive blast coming into play. How many are those? Are there 2 of those in the deck or just 1? Advance, advance, advance. What do we got here? There's concussion blasters. Caught off guard. There's another one in there. 2 concussive blasts. All right, so we're learning our lesson playing Ant-Man versus Ultron. Need to be wary of the concussive blasts and blocking with somebody that only has 1 health left. Okay. Well, that's another loss with Ant-Man versus Ultron. I think we'll have another game up pretty quick because that went pretty fast. The other thing is I need to mess with I've been messing with my lighting, so you can see there's a little bit of a glare when I do that. So I might need to work on some stuff. So I guess that's it for now. Let me know if I missed anything. I think I died properly that game. Unfortunately, that's not how it was supposed to go, but there we go. That's 2 for Ultron and 0 for Ant-Man. So we'll play one more game. That's gonna be my morale game. See if I can actually get a win in and feel good about it. But this hasn't been going very good. I think the play is more on me rather than on Ant-Man. So making some bad decisions, but 0-2, not a good place to be. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.